Hello and welcome to a very cold edition as I am braving the elements in Scotland. We're just going to do a nice ease off, a gentle, relaxy, twisty, lovely yoga flow for you. All right, so we'll take a few big deep breaths here, get yourself nice and comfortable. A wee gentle shift and drift from side to side to figure out where suits your bottom to be on this mat. Take a nice big inhale. A long exhale. Big inhale. Long exhale. Relax. One more nice big inhale. You might want your arms to join in on the ride. Big exhale. Maybe fall over to one side, opening up with your inhale. Exhale through center. You can fall on over to the other side. Feel free to be on your hands or your forearms here. With your exhale, we'll come through center. Maybe take a stroll backwards, lifting the hips with your inhale. And as we exhale, we'll drift on forward. Pushing your hands as far as they can go. They might not reach the ground here, and that's okay. Just go where works for you today. You can take a stroll on over to one side. It doesn't matter where you go. Taking a nice deep stretch here. You might feel a little bit nicer being a bit more upright here. That's okay. Find where your body needs that little extra attention, where you might want to be hanging around today. And drift on over to the other side, whether you're high or low. And find yourself back in a more centered space here. Bring one arm out in front, pulling it over with the opposite arm. You might want to look away from that hand for a little bit of a nicer stretch in the neck. Bringing your shoulders down a little bit so that we're not hunching. And we'll swap over to the other side. Taking your gaze away from the hand for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Only if that works for you. And we'll find ourselves on all fours here. Take those hips over to one side. Look down, gaze past the buttocks on the other side. And we'll bump them over to the opposite direction there. And we'll take a wee shift and drift here, allowing the hips just to open up. You might want to go into a little bit more of a cat-cow position. Just find a nice easing off in your spine. I like to push into my shoulders here, the top of a cat-cow. Just find where works for you. Rolling that spine. Keeping your hips high here, we'll go into a little bit of a puppy pose, opening up in the shoulders. Hips come high, and we just bring our chest down to the ground as far as is comfortable for you. You can rock your hips here. You might want to come up a little bit and take a hand underneath to thread a needle. If this is nice, stay here. You might want a deeper stretch by bringing that supporting hand up and round behind your back. Just pushing your shoulder away behind you there. You can ease on out of this. Pushing back into our puppy pose here, hips stay high. Taking a big breath here, a long exhale. And when you're ready, you can thread onto the other side if you wish. Or you can stay in a puppy or a child's pose if that feels nicer for you today. You can take that deeper stretch by removing your hand, placing it behind your lower back, pushing that shoulder to the back behind you there. Take a few exhales here. And when you're ready, we'll just ease on out here, pushing back into your puppy pose there. And then crawling that back, just supporting yourself back into a child's pose. Picking yourself up, widening your knees if you weren't in a wide leg puppy pose. We'll take another wee open of the hips here, or you can go into down dog if you would rather. And when you're ready, we'll all meet in down dog here. So tucking the toes if you weren't there already. Big inhale to lift the hips. And take a moment just to paddle on out. Take a gentle stroll all the way up to the top of your mat here. And just hang over your legs in a forward fold. If you find a forward fold tricky, you can use something for your hands to lean on and make sure those knees are nice and soft. Bend the knees, sink the hips, big inhale to reach high. Exhale just to fold back on over again. And bump your hips from side to side if that feels nice. Widen the feet, take your weight onto your hands here, sinking on down into a bit of a squat here. Remember just to adapt, whatever feels easy for you today. Take an inhale, opening up to one side. Exhale through center, opening up to your other side here. And when you're ready, we'll place the hands behind us, however best you can. Hands onto the knees here, we'll rock down through the spine and we'll hug those knees into our chest here. Opening the arms out wide, take a big inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to drift onto one side. You can keep your gaze up high or gaze out to the opposite side if that feels nice for you. And just take a few breaths here. Inhale, tuck the knees into your chest again. Use your arms to help push you over and over to the other side. Opening up here. Take a few big deep breaths. Aiming to keep your shoulders on the ground here if you can. But don't put any extra tension through your body. Bringing your knees nice and close to your chest, using your arms, pushing back up again. Give your legs another little cuddle here. Start to circle your ankles here. We'll bring our feet overhead and change direction. And then find a nice centered balanced place with your feet here, and we'll point the toes away and then bring the toes towards us, feeling a nice big stretch up the calves there, and pointing away and back towards, and one more time pointing away and back towards us here, crossing your legs. Looking for a little bit of momentum to help us up, or you can roll onto your side there. We're just going to grab a wee pillow, place it behind our backs, or you can roll something up, maybe a wee blanket. I'm going to take this one for my toes, as it is absolutely freezing out here. Anything at all that you need to get you nice and comfortable. We're just going to lie back down with that back support here. And we'll take a few nice big deep breaths in this position, so you can go into more of a butterfly position with your legs by crossing them over, like so. Or you can have them out flat. Just find a nice comfortable position for you to take a few breaths. Take a nice big inhale here. Long exhale. With your next exhale, just completely empty your lungs, and we'll go for some counted breaths. So exhaling everything out. Big inhale for 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Big inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Long exhale. 2, 3, 4. And we'll start to elongate that now. Big inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. This time we'll exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And continue on in your own time, inhaling for 4. A small pause at the top. The long exhale for a count of 6. If your mind starts to wander, that's all right. That's what we do. Just gently bring it back to your counts. Allow your mind to ease off by focusing on the count of your breath. And with your counts, we're just going to start to have a little conversation with ourselves by repeating, who am I? Who am I? What do I want? What do I want? Who am I? Who am I? What do I want? What do I want? And just allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. You can feel free to stay here. You might want to come up into a seated position. Just find your way comfortably there. And we'll take another few breaths. Big inhale. Long exhale. Big inhale. Long exhale. One more breath. Gently open your eyes wherever you are. I hope you really enjoyed that you feel a little bit more relaxed. That it allows you to respond a little bit better to your day, or if it's night time, that it lets you ease on into a nice restful sleep. You know where I am if you want any more lovely yogas or qigong or anything at all. Have an excellent day, and I'll see you next time.